In this training, we'll be talking about how to model rental properties and their associated incomes. To do this, we're going to be going down to our plus button in the bottom right-hand corner, and we're going to be selecting our property tab. In this example, we're under asset type, we're going to select rental property. And this is going to be a co-owned property by Paul and Lisa. We're going to give it a name, and this is going to be their rental property Vancouver, and we're going to give this a value 750. 725,000 is the purchase value. This is not a future purchase. We're going to leave our growth value as is. This is coming from our plan settings, but if we did want to edit it, we can just click edit right there. Now on timing, we're going to leave this in the plan and assume that it's going to be sold at the plan end. However, if you did want to sell it at any point in the plan, you would just need to select one of these existing events and assume that is going to be the end event, or you can double click anywhere on the plan and choose that as your new end event. But I'm going to click cancel. I'm going to assume that they own this property outright and that we are going to link some expenses to this property, and these are going to be annual maintenance expenses. And we're going to give that a value. Click done to save that. And then I also want to link the income on this property. So rental income, we can get that an annual value. And then we're going to make sure that we are stating what type of income this is, whether or not it's taxable, and whether or not it's earned. We're going to click done to save that as well. And then I just wanted to point out to you the ability to model ownership transfers. If you ever need to, you can add a transfer. You can transfer this to someone in the plan. If you did have a trust in the plan, you can also transfer this property into a trust, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to click done to save that. And then I'm going to go over to my Let's See single chart, and we're going to look at the cash flow. Now that we've added that rental property into the plan, you can now see as other income, we have that $40,000 coming into the plan. That is going to be our rental income. It's going to be classified as other income on the chart. And if we go into year view, you'll see it listed here. It's going to be split 50-50 between Lisa and Paul since it's jointly owned. And then under expenses, we will have the annual maintenance expenses on the rental split 50-50 as well. And then if we go to property, we'll see our main residence and also the rental property in Vancouver. Since we didn't add any debts on that property, it's not going to have any debts listed, and it'll be listed as fully equity. You can click on that and you can get some additional information on the property and its ownership percentage. You can also go to your debt screen and you'll see that the only debt you have is the mortgage on the home. Now I also want to go back to my Let's See screen, and I want to look at our assets chart, and you can hide all and just look at the rental property in Vancouver, and you can see how that property appreciates over time. I hope that this has been helpful. If you do have any questions on how to model rental properties or anything else that you're working on in a plan, feel free to click the name of your client in the top right corner, request support, enter your message into the text box, and share client access. Thanks for listening.